So I was watching some videos this weekend, and the lovely YouTuber, her name is Layla Ataya. I will leave a link to her video below. She was using these Artex markers or acrylic markers as resist. So we're going to try some of that today for watercolor and see how that works. It was a pretty interesting technique. And then I also want to play around with that stamp that I love. I cut into thirds so that I could get more and have in the middle and have more control. So we're going to play around with those a little bit too. So let's get started. So let's just take some of this marker and kind of put it down on here. This is the middle part of the stamp that I never got around to using. Maybe once or twice I used it. Looks like it's got some use on it. I just want to put some of this down to begin. Because I think it's very interesting. And I kind of like this sort of light blue color. You have to work quick when you're putting these down because the markers do dry really fast. I don't know that I haven't used a lot of it on this textured paper, so we're going to see how that works too. Oh, I like it so far. Very nice. Okay, let's come in with just some of this white. I'm going to do it kind of heavy because I kind of want to really see like how much of this, if it really does work as a resist or if it just sort of maybe doesn't. Was there anything? It's hard to see what I'm doing. So we're just going to kind of wing it. Because, you know, sometimes that's fun. Let's also come in with a little bit of this peachy color too. I'm going to just kind of see what happens here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sort of making marks. Okay. Let's let all that dry, and then we'll come in with some watercolor. Okay, let's spray down a little bit of water here on top. And I'm just going to use kind of, this is my very messy palette today. And I'm just going to use what we have here. This is the Indigo, the Naturals from Schmincke. I'm going to start with that. I'm just going to use the colors that we already have down there because, you know, I did go ahead and put some more white up here at the top a little bit. You can kind of see it through there. I'm not sure how great this resist technique is going to be, but we're going to try it out. I mean, the worst thing that happens is there's like, you know, some white on there. I did put some through here. I'm not seeing any results from that. Let's put a little bit of this. This feels like Payne's Gray to me. Let's do a little bit of Sanguine. Just in here in the sky. I like that. That's doing some fun stuff. Okay, so I really put it heavy down here. I think I want to lift some of this out, actually. And put some down here, but we'll lift some out there. Let's kind of put a little bit more of that Sanguine through here. I like it with that pink marker. That's pretty. Let's bring some of that through here. And then for down here, I think I'm going to do, maybe start off with a little sepia. I think that's what color this is. We'll see if we can pick up some of that texture. Oh, there you can see a little bit of it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to say, yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of resist happening here. It did work when she did it though, sort of. But it doesn't seem to be a thing that's working. Maybe she had a, I am using textured paper. I'm not quite sure what paper she was using. That might have a bit to do with it. Let's try some of this charcoal with the purple. Okay, this is like violet with a little bit of that sepia in. And the violet is the Schmincke Naturals Violet. Try to use the other one. It was kind of sludgy. Like it kind of turned into not pretty mess. Okay, let's try some of this. This is the lavender charcoal pencil. I just want some of that other color in there. Yeah, I'm not thinking that the resist really didn't work. And I don't know why. Like I can't really tell any difference. Like it seemed to just, I mean, I took some away up there, so that doesn't really move the needle. Oh well, we tried. It didn't work. But her video is still very interesting, so I'm still going to leave a link to it. But I'm going to call this a fail on that working for me. At least it didn't work for me. So everything doesn't work for everybody. Let's come with our cute little brush, a little fan brush, and make some marks. I kind of want to mimic what we got going on here with the blue. Just sort of make them kind of disappear up in here a little bit. Like almost like twigs or French posts. I don't know what they are. Little structures that are nice. I like that blue through there. I'm liking how simple this is so far. I don't know if I can maintain it though. Yeah, I really like that. I really like that peachy color through there. I'm going to come in with a little bit of the grapeseed black. Just to add a bit of darkness through here. Not a lot. Just a little bit. And then I think I'm going to come in with a color. We're going to spray some water here. I need some charcoal through here. What color? How about the mountain blue? Kind of bring in a little bit of that color. This might be a real short video today. Okay, I like that. I like that it just kind of comes through there. Let's spritz a little bit. Let's come in with some of our salmon color, since we've got a little bit of this color through here. Is that the color I've been using? I've really been liking this. I know you guys have been really liking it too. I am going to add a little bit more of this peach color. This pinky color through here. Kind of liking these markers a little more. Trying to add them into my work. I'm not sure how they're going to, if they're ever going to be a permanent part, because they're just so different than anything that I really use. on the regular, so it's kind of hard to say if they will continue to make an appearance. I feel like I want more lines. Like, what if we just did like some horizontal lines? Kind of picked up a little bit of that charcoal through there. Okay. I don't hate that. Let's blow this dry real quick. Let's come in with a little bit more of the stamp. This is like a brown from the other marker set that I have, the Sim Tap markers. They're a little juicier. I just want to kind of put some of that. Just some of that through here. Okay, that didn't really do much. I'm not quite sure what it needs. Okay, let's come in with a little bit of the dark moss, charcoal. Yeah, maybe it just needs some, I don't know. It's missing something. That's driving me batty. I don't know what it is. Don't know. Maybe it needs some yellow. Okay, mix up a little yellow ochre with some sepia. I'm gonna put some of that through here and see if that does anything. Well, it did something. I'm not sure if I like it though. Let's just come in with some regular, just sepia also. Let's put some of those marks through here. I kind of like that pink showing through there. I think we just need to have better marks through here. Let's put some of this English red. I think I got a little too precious with what I was doing. I haven't made anything in a couple of days, and I think that might have a lot to do with it as well. Not prac, I wasn't being, got really bogged down with work, and didn't get to make work. So sometimes that happens. A little rusty maybe. But I like the sky, and I like these little marks through here. I actually really like what's going on through here now, too. Okay, we're breaking out the ladder stencil today. I just want to make some marks through here. Those of you who've been around here for a while know this used to be my favorite thing in the world. I kind of shied away from it a little bit recently. But it does make great marks. Some fabulous marks through here. Because I just want to make, like, sometimes it's easier to use a stencil than it is to just draw them out. I know that doesn't make any sense, but I like using stencils to make things sort of pop out a little bit. It's kind of feeling like it. When I was using this a lot, we were doing a lot more beach scenes. And it kind of made a lot of sense then. Yeah, I think that did something. Did a little something, something. But still not quite. I don't know what to do here. I don't know. Is it need more of those marks. Okay, let's make some more of those marks. Let's make some more. Let's see what happens. Let's just kind of go for it. No, that maybe wasn't the answer. But you know what? You know, I was saying, when in doubt, just add more marks. Just keep adding them. Eventually, something will work out. Maybe. Yeah, I don't hate that, but I feel like it's still just something's missing. Something's not right. Let's try one last stitch effort with our oil pastels through here. Okay, I feel like that's doing something for me. Oh, the marks always work. They always work. Maybe I'm just used to putting them there, and it's kind of, I don't know, maybe it's become like my security blanket almost. I do love a bold mark, though. Okay, I feel like that did it. Okay, I think we're done with this one. Let's put a mat on, see how it looks. Okay, I really like it. I like how it turned out. I think I'm a little bummed that the resist didn't really work. That kind of bums me out. I do like the marks that we made with the stamp, and cutting that up was a really fun idea. I like the light color of that peachy marker that I put through there. I think that's really cool. I think the acrylic markers have some possibilities with the watercolor. I'm just trying to figure out how to incorporate them in. I think a little bit at a time and making them subtle works better than being too bold with it. I do like the Caran d'Ache marks, and of course the dust, the charcoal dust from the pencils. Of course, the lines are great. I love the stencil. The ladder stencil really added some nice bold marks. So bring that back. I'm going to leave that on the desk so I don't forget about it. Sometimes when things go out of my work, it's because I took them off the desk and then I never put them back. So yeah, my desk is kind of messy. It's always a little hot mess. I'm going to work with that. I don't know. I want to try that technique again. Maybe it was the paper. Maybe it works better on a smoother paper. I'll try that and see if that does anything to it. If it does, then we'll try it again on a smoother paper. But overall, pretty happy with this. Fun techniques. Sky's beautiful. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll be back on, what are you doing, Friday? I'll be back Friday with another video. And until then, have an amazing day. Thanks so much. Bye.